Will
Ernesti that we talked about.
Yeah.
Ernesti took him out of Kansas City Stampede a couple years ago. He was up big. I looked over, and it was 7-1, I believe, 7-0.
Well, it looks like it is final 29 Cade Brock over William Ernesti.
So that must have been all second period for Brock.
20 points on the board. Man.
And think about the composure that you have to have. You're a 4-point takedown. You're a takedown and a turn away from getting tech fauled, and you come back and win by technical fall.
Yeah, definitely got to have composure. And in freestyle, that's the beauty of it. You're never out of a match, no matter how far behind you are.
And we keep going back to rule tweaks and everything, how we like these freestyle rules. That 7-point technical fall that came in right away whenever they went back to the cumulative periods. Great change of going back to that 10-point tech fall.
Absolutely. And here we are underway with Giraldo and Mccrystal. Giraldo going to be in the red singlet, Mccrystal in the blue. Spot in the semifinals at 60 kilos on the line against Brock Zackrell, who looked mighty impressive in his first match. First match for both of these wrestlers as well. We are hanging out in an over-under.
And this is a situation where we've seen all day long. They pick somebody, and they're looking for confirmation on a passivity call.
And I'm not sure anyone has been hit yet. I don't believe so.
No, that was not. That was just a break in the action. A couple verbal warnings.
Approaching the 1-minute mark, someone's going to get hit here. Looks like.
And there's confirmation.
Giraldo.
Takedown.
Oh, he's got a trap arm locked up. This could be dangerous. Mccrystal up 4-0 now. That'll be 6-0. Can he go opposite side? He's trying to get one more, and that's actually going to be out of bounds. Stop. You see the head of Giraldo touches. You know, that's something I find interesting about freestyle as well. You know, you can have the legs out of bounds, you can have the hips out of bounds, but once that head touches out of bounds, that's it. That's all she wrote. They're going to go back to the center. But big start there for Mccrystal, and Giraldo was going to get hit for that passivity, but I like how they don't stop the match there. They let the action continue.
You know, we talked about that when they're on the shot clock and action starts to happen. Same thing. It was confirmed. She looked over. She saw the confirmation, but the action had started and let Mccrystal finish for his takedown and then right to that trapped arm.
So under a minute to go, Mccrystal with the 6-0 lead. And now Giraldo pops underneath that hook. Now he's going single leg. He's trying to reach across. Steps up with it, trips behind. And no points yet. Excellent defense so far from Mccrystal. Looks like he's going to try to fight it in this quad pod and not give up the takedown here. He's doing an excellent job so far, not giving it up. Now going overhook. No points yet. Still has that overhook tight.
And look for some exposure coming out here.
This could be dangerous here. And it looks like they stopped the action. And they're saying no points awarded. So if you're Mccrystal, you got to be pretty happy there. You might have lucked out a little bit as they stopped that action. But he did an excellent job of not letting that third supporting point hit when he was in the quad pod and fought with that overhook as well. And got to be frustrated if you're Giraldo. Down by 6, trying to get some points on the board before the end of the period. It looks like it's going to be 6-0 as we head to the break. And the difference, takedown, couple trap arm guts for Mccrystal. And he's in solid shape heading into the second.
And you got to think that Giraldo is going to be looking for that same thing, takedown right into a turn to get back in this match, trailing by 6.
All right, and still plenty of time to do so. If you're Giraldo, no need to panic. If you're Mccrystal, you want to stay offensive, stay aggressive. Again, we've got the quarters hitting you on mats 1 and 2, and it looks like consolations on mat 3. We're back to action here on mat 2, the 60-kilo quarterfinal. You got Giraldo in the red, Mccrystal in the blue. Mccrystal in command right now, up 6-0, in on the double leg attempt, head underneath, trying to switch off to the single leg and get an angle. Slips out of it. Now Giraldo trapped underneath. We're close to the edge too. So both guys fighting elbows here. Looks like Giraldo's trying to pull off the 2-on-1. Now Giraldo over the top on the head, sagging down. Mccrystal hanging in tight, isolating the left arm of Giraldo, circles out of it. So, you know, outside of that one Mccrystal takedown, not a whole lot of action here in this one.
And that's where you talked about he trapped arm, and it looked like he could almost finish the match off, which these guys are really close in skill level. In that one situation, he almost finished it off quickly, and now he's having trouble getting back on the board.
And Giraldo, he's controlling the center of the mat right now, controlling the pace. He's got to have a sense of urgency about him, which I think we're starting to see as he goes to this 2-on-1 here. But if I'm Giraldo, I'm moving off of this. I'm getting the 2-on-1. I'm setting it up for something else immediately. I mean, down by 6, you got to have something big here. He throws that arm by. He's around behind. Can he get the takedown here? Couldn't score here earlier in the match.
And think how big those 2 points would be right now if we're looking at a 6-2 score rather than 6-0.
Absolutely. And Mccrystal, again, doing a nice job of fighting. Giraldo trying to go to the lace. He's going to go out of bounds. That's going to be 1 point on the board for Giraldo. And a fleeing the mat is called against Mccrystal, so caution against Mccrystal. 6-1 score. With 45 seconds left, Giraldo's got to pull out his bag of tricks. He's got to get a feet to back and another exposure, essentially.
And it's we talked about earlier in the broadcast, that quad pod situation.
Big toss there from Mccrystal. Steps in with the overhook, gets his hips underneath. And let's see how they're going to call this. They go 4 on the board for Mccrystal, 1 point for Giraldo. 10-2 score, and that was a beautiful toss.
Overhook on that, stepped inside reap, elevated him with it. And again, you know, that situation, feet to back, 4 points for Mccrystal, 1 point on the reversal for Giraldo.
And Mccrystal's in on the single leg at the end of this match. We got 5 seconds left. And time's going to tick down, but impressed with how Mccrystal finished here in the last 20, 25 seconds of the match. Gets the big 4 in on the shot attempt, close to getting a takedown at the end. So that's what you like to see. 10-2 score in favor of Mccrystal. He advances. So we have a Mccrystal-Zackrell semifinal at 60 kilos.